Hi, welcome back to mat220. This will be a series of videos working through the homework 9.2 problems from the online MyLab Pearson course. All right, so let's jump right into it. Number one here is a graph of a function. It's kind of pieced together. It's got some asymptotes, and they're asking what's happening as x goes to infinity. So this is positive infinity. So we're headed out. Get my pen here. So we're headed out this direction on the x-axis. We're trying to see what's happening with the y-axis. So as you can see, that blue line, it's coming down and it's kind of leveling out. You got to know what the tick marks mean. In this case, it's lining up with a -2. So the limit is -2. So that's a horizontal asymptote. Right there, appears to be approaching. All right, let's keep going. So now our next one is we're approaching -3 from the right, and see right there. And so -3 from the right. Now -3 from the right, I know it's a little small. Let me zoom it up a little bit here. So -3 from the right. That's this vertical asymptote right here, and x equals -3. And so from the right hand side, you can see the function's going off this way towards -infinity. So that's what we would say here is the limit is -infinity. All right, hope we're doing okay. So now we're approaching, that was -3 from the right hand side. Okay, our next one is approaching -2. Let me zoom in again here a little bit. So so we've got -2. Now -2 is this vertical asymptote again. Let me lower the thickness a little bit here. So we have a vertical asymptote, x equals -2. And that black line there. And now this particular limit just says the limit as it approaches -2. Now on the right, we're going to -infinity. On the left, we're headed towards positive infinity. So so we say this limit does not exist because it's different on the both sides. All right, let's keep working here. We're on number 4 now. On number 4, we're going to approach the limit as x approaches 1 from the left. So that's that little quadratic looking piece in there, and it actually hits a dot. Now that dot is on a vertical asymptote. That doesn't mean that the function's undefined there. It's defined at that dot. The vertical asymptote is describing the behavior on the right hand side of +1, but we're interested in the behavior on the left hand side of +1, which is approaching the dot. So keep in mind the tick marks. So we are approaching a 1 and that dot right there. So what I'm saying is at that dot right there on the left hand side, we are approaching the point 1, 1. That actually exists on the graph. It's the right hand side that has the asymptote behavior. All right, on to number 5. This one does not have a graph, so we are taking a limit. Looks like the first one is as x approaches 6 from the left, and we have a function x -6. So what we're looking for are divisions by 0, things like that. As you approach 6, the denominator definitely goes to 0. Now I like to write a little arrow. As you approach 6, 6 minus 6 is 0. Now from the left hand side of 6, those are numbers that are less than 6. We're actually approaching 0 from the left hand side. Okay, now the numerator is 7x, which is going to 42. Now there's not a left hand right hand side of 42. Just I mean there is, but it's not positive or negative. It's just approaching 42. 7 times 6. So so this limit, let me change it back to blue, is approaching basically 42 divided by 0, but a -0. This is real important as far as determining whether it's positive infinity or negative infinity. This is negative infinity because the denominator is approaching 0, but from the negative side of it. The top's approaching 42, and whether it's approaching from the left-hand side of 42 or the right-hand side of 42 is still positive. So in this case, we would say the limit is minus infinity. All right, now from the right-hand side of 42, let me give us a little more room. As we approach 6 from the right, the top is still going to be approaching 42, so that's not any different. But the bottom is approaching 0 from the right-hand side. So this is actually important. The top is a number that's not 0. The bottom is approaching 0, but from the right-hand side of 0. So positive divided by positive is a positive. So from the right-hand side, we're going to positive infinity. All right, now since they're different, we're going to say that the limit does not exist. So if they were both the same infinities, we would put an infinity down. But since they're different, we don't. All right, let me pause this video here, and we'll pick up with the next one on number 6.